Hello my gorgeous people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline, and if it's the first time stopping by, you are definitely welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to leave some comments below. Be sure to turn on notification so that you don't miss out on my next video. In today's video, I am going to talk about the advantage and the disadvantage of marrying a Caucasian man versus a black man. I think I should just say Caucasian or white man. I think it's a little bit similar, but I know that when you say like Caucasian, I think those are the people like from Europe, and I don't know if Western Europe, something like that, and a part of Africa, like those ones who are like light skinned, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, So I'll start by our people, the advantage of marrying an African man. One thing that we have to understand, not all African men are good. Some are very good, some are not very good, So the advantage it will be when you get married to an African man, he understands you. He's going to understand you. An African man, when he marries you, he knows that he's marrying the entire family, So the disadvantage of getting married to a Caucasian man, they're not into like families, Even if the man is going to work, he's going to support you and your kids, if you've got kids with him. But with an African man, he will involve your extended family tree, He will understand that, it's an African man, when they know already that the situation that you're going through, they'll support your family as well, even you as the lady, you'll support their family, Then when it comes to Caucasian men, when it comes to like giving presents, most of Caucasian men, they go for things like flowers, they'll give you flowers, especially if it's like Valentine, African men, one thing that I like about African men, they're not going to give you, I think it depends, some they will give you like maybe flowers, but you have to understand that not all we African lady, we don't like to be given like, if you give us like flower, give us something also, that shows that, I think like, not only flower, I think when you give an African lady just flower like this, she's not going to take you serious, because for example, in my case, I don't want a man who will give me flower, I want you to give me like maybe money or maybe like a cow so that I can support my family back home there, that's what we believe in. We don't want something like, food, Give us something that is going to last longer, so that we should remember you saying that, oh, that man that I was in a relationship with during Valentine, he gave me money, I bought a cow back home there, I gave to my grandmother, or I gave to my extended family. That's something that we like, So we don't prefer things like flowers, just like in my case, don't give me like a flower, if you give me a flower, it's going to die just maybe in 1 day or 2 days, give me something that is going to last longer so that I should continue thinking about you in the future, So that's the difference, And then the other one, when it comes to the kids, African men, go so hard when it comes to their kids. Some African men, they know how to treat their wives. Once when they marry you, just know that they will spoil you, Especially if you get a good man, he will spoil you. You are not going to work. But once when you get married to a Caucasian man, it's 50-50. Back in Africa, we don't believe in 50-50, just like when I came here in Europe, that's when I learned a little bit about these things like 50-50. But for me, it's not going to work, even if you marry me, or depending on which country you're from, depending even if you're going to be a Caucasian or an African. No, for African people, I know that he's not going to make me to do those things like 50-50, because as an African man, he knows already that we African people, we don't believe in things like 50-50. We know already that just like for example, when I get married to an African man, I know already that African man, he's the one who's going to be the head of the family. He's going to be above me, So he's going to work very hard, to provide for the family. Of course, not necessarily meaning that maybe I'm going to allow that person to be just overworking. Also, as the lady, we do help also, but we motivate our men, like back in Africa, because we believe that the man is the head of the family, it's like they enjoy that, like going out there to work for their family, yet the lady maybe sitting at home taking care of the kids, But sometimes also, one thing that I like about African men also, even if they go out there, once if you get a good man, he can ask you what's your interest, for example, in my case, I'm one person that is too much into business. I like business, how to run. I'm so much into running business. That's something that I like. I enjoy that, running business, like maybe selling things, I like that, That's something that I enjoy in this world. You find that sometimes if I get married to an African man, he's going to look at my goals. He's going to look at something that I'm interested in, which is one thing that I like about them, And then once when he knows your goal, he will sit down with you and then he will explain to you how much do you need to start up your business. He will give you such kind of a certain amount of money in order for you to start your business. So I give them a thumbs up, for doing a great job, for treating us so good. So back to the Caucasian man. With Caucasian men, even though I have never came across a lot of Caucasian men, but I've just seen some here in Europe, the way they treat our people or some other people. Here in Europe, most of the Caucasian men, they do things like 50-50, as I've already said. Back in Africa, we don't believe in such kind of a thing, So if you get married to a Caucasian man, expect that he's not going to provide everything for you. You have to make sure that you work in order to get your money. Sometimes you as the lady, you are the one who's going to pay some bills, all those things, But back to our people, you don't do those things. Even if you work as a lady, maybe you can just help sometimes, but that's the thing that will make me to pray so hard to get a good man, especially the dark one, the dark-skinned one. That's something that I like. The dark one, dark skin. I go for that. Sorry, it's just a joke. No, I'm not joking. I like that. No, for me, I'm not married. I can't just say that maybe I like the dark one, but in the past, that's something that I have dated, that's something, I have dated such kind of people, I have never gone out of my race, and it's not a problem because right now I live in Europe. I'm surrounded with white people, so it's not a problem. You date whoever you want to date as long as the person is treating you good. So that's one thing that you have to understand. So back to the point again, so when you date the Caucasian, I think there's some other Caucasian men, they're like African. You find that sometimes if he was if maybe he's from the parents, maybe they're mixed, you find that he's going to have an African. You find that sometimes some other Caucasian men, they'll shower you also, But what I know with Caucasian men, when it comes to traveling, they're so much into traveling, all those things. But you have to understand that even if you travel on vacation, you as the lady, you are going to work very hard in order to save money for traveling, because it's going to be 50-50, But with an African man, even if he tells you that let's go to Jamaica, for vacation, my sister, don't reject, because you are not going to spend anything. He's going to shower you. That's what I like about our people, Sometimes, we have to say good thing about our people, compliment them, because when it comes to showering with love like this, I like my people. When it comes to showering love, they know how to step up their game. So guys, this is what I just came up with. So this video is not to bash anybody, as I've already said. By no means is this video sponsored, and everything I said in the video is of personal experience, liking, so don't take it for serious, because I'm not bashing anybody. It's just my peace of mind to entertain you guys, to give advice to you people. So bye bye, my lovely people.